Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Last time we played, our pirates revisited a former foe in the form of an enormous kraken, except in this vision you find yourselves in. First, having accepted Doubt's proposition of solving her problem with luck, you all faced a duel with a mysterious figure wearing green garb, someone who was defending you from a very powerful mote of luck, before being transported into a safe place to rest, and then into a very unsafe place where a maze was swirling around, pulling fears and traps from your very minds. I say minds to be kind. It really was just from the mind of young Trigger, as everyone else continually passed their wisdom saving throws. So Trigger was faced once again with a captain of his past, someone he has looked up to an extent, someone who had some reverence for, who had at least taught him a great deal, or had been a part of a crew who did so, though perhaps that same feeling after receiving more genuine support feels a bit different now. That presence of the Cyclops was then so powerful to send you all hurtling through this luck-filled area, sending you somewhere you were familiar with. The deep dive into this cave where you faced a kraken and saved two now allies. But unlike the previous areas, this one is a still image. You can see the kraken's body kind of like frozen in this moment. It seems not unlike how Roll20 is loading the map right now. Like nothing is entirely finished here. A moment frozen but almost out of focus. No matter how hard I tried to fix it, I don't know why it's doing that.
It's working on mine.
Oh, really?
Did you zoom all the way out?
Oh yeah, zoomed all the way out. It looks good.
And then you can zoom in.
That's so weird. The longer you stay here, the clearer the kraken becomes.
Your mind completes the image.
But as it stands, you are still in this sort of swirling area of luck. These little globes of light that have been following you around, two of them kind of taking on the form of these seed pods, swirling around you. You've got sort of this group of them floating around you now. And you can see where once young Trigger pulled a mirror shard from the kraken, you see another one of these seed pods here. There's movement in like motes of light surrounding you. There's this one that's very still that appears to be moving way more than the kraken. But beyond that, the only movement in this area right now is between the three of you.
Trigger, do you want to go get that?
You were the quickest one last time, but we have two. Will you go in? You need one.
If you want, I can. But yeah, Quinn, you should get one too.
Okay. I'll cast Long Strider on myself.
Nice.
And then I will start. I want to go. I want to book it. I'm like, everyone's watching me. I'm not caring about anything other than getting it and swimming back like a. What's that? Like a race?
I think you also cast Long Strider on yourself last time, so you're just like basically rechecking when you were outside the maze. I think you did.
Oh, you're right. I did. No, so it's still on.
It should still be on you. You just check to make sure that magic is still affecting you.
Yes. And then I'm dashing. I'm taking off so quickly.
You take off quickly, going for this mote of light. You like almost like have like jump over these tentacles as you get closer and closer, reaching the light that is floating near this where this mirror shard once was. As you extend a hand to presumably grab it, you can it doesn't shy away from you. It seems to be hovering there. The closer your hand kind of gets, you can feel almost like this magical aura, the same way you can feel the heat of a candle as you go to touch it. And if you go to close your hand to claim it, the seed is yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it, but before I do, I want to be like yell something very like tactical, like "watch my six" or something, like something very like militaristic-y, like call out, like like that, like a "watch my six," and trigger snap out of it, and then I'll grab the
watch your six, trigger snap out of it. Your fingers curl around this seed, and you can hear like almost like it's becoming clear as as each finger kind of touches the seed pod. You hear the slow drones of doubt. I lost you all for a moment there, but I've got you again. I can already feel things improving. You're almost there, Gwen. If you can find your way out of the memory you're in, I may be able to help you in the next one.
What do I see? Like if I would like I grab that, I hear that, I see that.
You feel like you've grabbed like almost like a port key Harry Potter style. You've grabbed part like a live wire, and it wants to take you somewhere. As you're holding this, you feel like you need to will it to some extent, by persuading it, by focusing in and trying to like decipher its inner understandings, its arcane nature, something along those lines. Like, which skill would you rely on in this moment?
I feel like this is like a relinquish of power almost. I don't feel like I am in control. So I feel like I am trying to be insightful with this. I think it's like I'm releasing and I'm just trying to let it guide me and figure out what it wants me to do.
Very
It
nice.
seems like there's a test and I want to pass. So how can I learn more?
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead and give me that insight check.
25.
You, as your fingers close around this seed, you feel the sense that you have succeeded to some extent. You are, like, by the very nature of understanding this seed, you are being, like, you're traveling along this line, wherever it is trying to guide you towards. With that level of understanding, and I'd say particularly because you chose insight here, you get the sense that this seed is pulling you directly to the next memory. Doubt is kind of getting louder, which is saying, like, if you get to the next place, I can help you. You seem to be traveling towards doubt to an extent and further away from your friends. And you hear, in the direction you're headed towards, you hear, like, the crack of thunder, the patter of rain against glass windows, as you are hurtling ahead. Kachi and Trigger in this cave with this kraken. You see Gwyn watch a six, grab the seed, and begins to like get pulled away. If the two of you would like to follow in this moment, I need insight checks from the two of you.
Okay. 21.
Dirty 20.
And as you are in this vein of luck, I will say neither of those is high enough to pass. So if you would like to summon a point of luck, you can.
Yeah.
Oh my god, because we dipped too much? Do you think that's what it was?
What? But are we about to make it worse by tipping more?
Oh my god, I bet it's because I took the luck and I have done a lot of the things.
I still don't want to use. I still don't want to use it. I have.
Does anybody remember the name of my little mote of light? I kept renaming it last time.
It was.
Rub?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I've got. Thanks.
I got to look after. I don't want to. Kathy, are you?
No, we gotta. I don't know. Like, I'll just start flying. Like,
You going towards it?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the other. You said that there were other motes of light, and like one in particular was going very kind of frenetic.
The one that Gwyn was headed towards is another one of these like the stronger ones. The one like you've kind of befriended here. There's one that like Kachi has found, and then there's the one that Gwyn has now claimed. Seem to be like stronger, like almost like a lantern versus a candle. And then there are these little ones that are kind of like following you all around, just kind of like this little entourage of fairies lighting the water around you.
There has to be another way in, right?
there's gotta be. This can't be it. Like, there's got to be some other way that we can get in.
And with that, I need all three of you to roll initiative for me.
No.
12.
I'm at a 9.
Was that me too?
Yes.
So Gwen isn't gone yet.
Hard to say.
I don't know why I want to start for initiative.
20 to 21 didn't do it. Holy
what?
shit.
What was your initiative, Gwyn?
9.
9, missed it. Cool. Nice. So on Gwyn's turn, Gwyn gets sucked away. Like the free chance for you guys to then follow is you guys both do not ride Gwyn's insight check out of here, is what that challenge was. So that will, as that magic is happening, first, because we're on the map, Kachi and Trigger, looking back and forth, you see like the motes of light kind of around you, like start to get a little like they're like amped to go, like, oh, we can feel like the one of these strong ones is pulling us in another direction. Where do we need to be going in that way? In the past, these previous memories, you've been able to follow on your turns as well. When you're doing it on your turn, it's up to you to make the skill check, so you don't have to. You can rely on your own skills versus trying to match someone else's, which puts things maybe into a more fortunate area for you. But as of now, you are both here trapped in this Kraken's area, but the Kraken is not coming to life. It is still as stationary as it has always been. This area appears to be safe for the time being. Initiative has been rolled because our other friend is not somewhere nearly as safe.
Awesome.
Gwyn, you find yourself, Doubt was right. You feel yourself pulled through this swirling storm of luck. You feel kind of like the ozone change and grow and shift as you are sent hurtling through the air here. The cracking of lightning, the roll of thunder accompanying this one mote of light kind of holding on to you. It appears to almost feels scared. It needs you for protection as you are sent spiraling until almost in a slow, comforting way, this roll of thunder transforms into the beat of a drum, the pluck of strings. It becomes a symphony, a song, a dance happening all around you. You stand in a ballroom, chandelier high above you, shaking a little bit, but The windows outside, these high arched windows, reveal the storm that you have just traveled through. But surrounding you, safe in this ballroom, are a number of your allies. You see Lester Moore kind of tapping his foot while sitting in a chair over by like the snack table. You see Stila and Weedy Benz here hanging out, sharing a drink and laughing with each other. Sorry, you'd only see Weedy Benz. I misspoke. But you see him choking and like laughing along with Bubble, this sea dwarf. You see Scorch investigating the structure of the place as they wander around, checking the infrastructure, seemingly not fully aware of how to party. You see the entire Crimson Woods Fetzel family. You see Europa, this werewolf that you've run into. You even see the shopkeep of the shop next door to the two of yours. Just many of the allies that you've made so far in Cursed Cove. As you find yourself in this ballroom, Gwyn, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Nice. Specifically, I was going to say, do I see Doubt?
You do. Doubt is like right here, like, do you like teleport boom, into this place? And just because it's poetic, why not? Like you and Doubt are like dancing to this waltz that's playing.
6.
You're very distracted by like the people all around you. You kind of like you're seeing like you're seeing a bunch of people that you've run into so far, and not quite sure what to make of all of them here as they appear to be dancing, enjoying themselves, sharing a drink, talking, catching up with old friends, perhaps. In some cases, and just spending some time here in the ballroom. Actually, I think I missed somebody. I did. There's Skip Shop. So there's that ballroom. So we dump into initiative. First up is actually going to be Kachi. So we'll dive back into the Kraken's chambers. Kachi, here you've seen Gwyn get pulled away. I even say you hear like the rumble of thunder as Gwyn disappeared, cluing you in that there's some potentially something happening where Gwyn is headed. What is Kachi's instinct?
Yeah, I think Kachi immediately, with this question by trigger, but also like not knowing like how this luck is working, but having felt like confident he would have been dragged along. Kachi's going to immediately try to like fly for this mote of light and try to like a check on it if he can.
Nice. Yeah. You fly towards like where there once was a mote of light. Now it's almost just like this like crack, like this ripple in time. As you get close, you see that like, okay, cool. Navigating, you've found it easily. Navigating it is the challenge. Is there a skill that Kachi would like to rely on in order to do this successfully?
Yeah, I think Kachi would more try to go into the arcana of it and be like, okay, this didn't work for me when I went in. Maybe there's some other magical effect going on that I can kind of be like, how do I pass this barrier now?
Nice. Go ahead and give me that skill check.
Gonna take a luck on that because that was a 2.
Ooh, not fun.
No, that's still not gonna be higher than before. That's 17.
You're starting to understand this. It seems like there's some sort of navigation element. You see, like almost like the edges of this have been destabilized to an extent. You've seen almost like, okay, cool. These pieces that you're finding are the pieces of luck that were spread out by kind of gathering them and collecting them. That like finding them's not the hard part. Getting them out is, and that's kind of been the pattern here. So that you've clarified that in your mind. You are aware that that is in fact the case for this as well. I think this happened last time. Tesha and Trigger rolled the exact same thing. Because Trigger, you also got a 9?
Yeah, we have the same initiative, I believe.
Same initiative. Let's say, just because we're already on this map, Trigger, you see Kachi go for this mote of light.
Um, yeah, so I kind of come up behind Kachi and I kind of like hover just behind him and I see what looks like the kind of latent, like it feels like it just pulled Gwyn, like it was within seconds that it just pulled Gwyn out of here. So I know my insight wasn't pretty strong back then because I feel like my mind's all over the place. But I do feel really small and I feel like I can maybe try to ride the coattails of it a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of see if I can just hide and stealth my way into like, hey, maybe there's just enough space for me to just ride that latent.
Yeah, you try to like basically sneak past the magic of this enchantment. Like, it's like you are small, you are spry. This is what you're good at. Go ahead and try and hide your way in.
It's not gonna do it. That'll be an 18 to get in to see if I can't ride Gwyn's. But looks like it's not working.
That is not going to get you in. You successfully get close right up in that mode of light there with Kachi, trying to share the sort of insight with him.
Hey, maybe we just need to try it together. I can try and help you next time if you try again.
All right, yeah. And then if you help me, then I'll give you. I'll try to like say something as like I'm leaving, and we can try to help each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Absolutely. That takes us to Gwyn off in this completely separate battlefield. This music playing here. Doubt staring back at you. Some of your friends are missing. I still sense them here somewhere. Are they here?
I'm sure they're on their way. Or do you mean like people should be on the dance floor right now, like not Kachi and Trigger?
I was more concerned with Kachi and Trigger.
Yes, I'm sure they're
those gathered here are sort of living a memory or some sort. Whenever there's a storm, people tend to gather in the ballroom together, protected in the keep. That's sort of it feels like deja vu, though I'm not sure this version has happened before.
Can I would like, because this feels very formal, and I want to go full, like, I'm imagining my brain is going to like a survival mode. So I would like to be like, if emaciated looking me is Gwyn, I want to go back to like Tesha the Moth persona.
Nice.
So
Standing up a little taller.
I'll disguise self to look bright and beautiful. But I don't like that we're all on this like low ground. So I would like to just walk up the stairs if possible.
Yeah. Like long strider as well. You cast this spell and strut yourself up onto this top floor of this ballroom. A room you've never been in before, but you can sort of tell from the architecture, these arches, these windows. It feels like probably another area of Gilda's keep. You guys have been in Gilda's office, which is kind of the top floor. You've walked through the bottom, which is the like more simple, but it has these kind of archways. On the like sort of entrance promenade that you're on now, there's this second layer that kind of looks down over this like dance floor, this like gilded platform. There's enchanted instruments kind of stashed underneath this balcony below you. Behind you, this big archway. You would presume to be some sort of entrance, but like these other visions, it like gets fuzzy beyond the edges here. And looking to either side where like the offshoots of this room might be, you see again this kind of like fuzziness. Like there's no rendering that's happening beyond the edges of this room.
I'm okay waiting. And so unless something seems urgent, I'm fine standing at the top of the stairs with like my arms in front of me, just kind of keeping an eye on the room. I don't know why I feel like a red wedding is happening. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a bunch of people with crossbows are gonna come out and kill the ones I loved. And so I would like to be able to react. I don't know, but I'm scared.
Go ahead.
I feel like planning for worst case scenario, because why is doubt here? Is like what I'm thinking.
Yes. So Gwyn, posed to be anxious, to be concerned, to be on the lookout, is positioned here, keeping an eye out on these people, trying to figure out the pieces of the puzzle together. A lightning strike kind of like lights up the entire room. No one else seems to turn to notice it, but Gwyn, from your newfound vantage point, you can see this lightning is no simple streak of light. It appears to be moving. The cloud appears to be moving, roiling. Parts of this storm appear to be flapping, approaching these windows. And with a sudden rush, a clap of storm, the lightning surging all around you, these windows out overlooking the bay, overlooking the storm itself, shatter as a dragon made of this roiling purple storm. You can see as it like perches down, there's glow kind of coming from inside of this beast as its head kind of sweeps to and fro inside of this room. And like the door, the windows have exploded. People have just now like taken notice, and people are beginning to panic. But like the Kraken being still, things seem to slow as doubt is glowing on the dance floor, looking at you, Gwyn. I think I can predict what happens next. A dragon's breath weapon. I can see chaos. I can feel a sense of luck, but I can see that you and I can manipulate it together. It is now the dragon's turn. The dragon will attack whoever it deems to be the biggest threat, unless doubt intervenes under the guidance of someone in the party. There does need to be a target. Gwyn, looking on this dance floor, you see this dragon, this charge of this atomic breath of sorts is beginning to build up in its throat, and it is about to fire in your direction. Would you like to take it or guide it elsewhere?
Ooh. Is guiding it elsewhere directly to doubt? We know that.
You could pretend to choose doubt.
But you can just choose.
Each of the people in this room have this glowing mote of light on them, and it seems almost like a lightning rod. It appears like the storm needs to be directed towards one of them, or this very bright seed that you are holding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to one of them. It's going to go to the closest one. Whoever's the closest. This right here.
Skip shot. Crimsonwood Svetzel, father of 3, former ally of Gilda and Marilyn, gifted arcane researcher, a bit of a rogue. This dragon moves into the dance floor, stepping down, almost like it's searching for something, and as it does, it looks down on Skip Shot and unleashes this boom, like a storm being passed from the dragon into Skip, and in a flash of storm, Skip is no more.
Okay, yeah, so one hit. Okay, one hit. Okay.
As this happens, go ahead and give me a insight or perception check, Gwyn.
If this is going to happen in the future,
it's better him than me. Is he in the party or am I in the party? Okay, there should be a response to that.
This choice couldn't have gone to a worse person.
Oh, what was it?
18.
Sorry. You see like this glow kind of emanating from this dragon, but you're not entirely sure what is happening with this. As doubt, as this blast is going off, doubt basically grows its like wooden limb and is able to like redirect this light onto skip shot at your command, like acting as a barrier, as a defensive force, and an offensive one to some extent here as well. That is the dragon's turn. Gwyn, as the only one in the room. Actually, no, just kidding. That's not yet. That brings us back around to Kachi.
Okay. Wonderful. Fucking great. Is the Kraken still sleeping?
Kraken appears to be still sleeping.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna get angry. Oh wait, if this is my turn first.
Kachi's gonna rage. You guys kind of have there's no one between you two, so if you guys wanted to coordinate, I'll let that happen here.
Okay, cool. So I figured if you help me, if I go through, then I'm going to send you a bardic.
Okay. Sure.
Does that work?
Yeah. Okay. Do we just kind of yell at it, or what are you thinking?
I was thinking I was going to try to yell at it. Yeah, I was just going to be like, "Let us in, let me in."
Yeah, that's good swears for you.
Send them all out. Give me all the swears.
Yeah. All right. On count of 3.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, you bulkhead, you not nuts, you mossless moron.
Yeah.
Wave off, you bilging buggard, fresh out of sales, storming stupid Kraken's cock.
Yeah, you Kraken's cock. Is that going to sound like a captain now?
Go ahead and give me a roll with advantage, thanks to the help from Little Trigger.
Hey, don't. Dirty 20?
Would you like to use a luck point?
If I use a luck point, do I get to roll with advantage again?
Sure, why not?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I can do it. I can do better. I can do better than that. Come on. Natural 20 for a 25.
Kachi, you do in fact manage to with that last curse, Kraken's cock is what seals the deal and pulls you through this rift. You're also able to pass a bardic to Trigger, and Trigger, Kachi is pulling this through, so as a free attempt on his turn, you can attempt to follow him through as well before you even get to your turn.
But I have to do it with his whatever he's rolling, right?
Yes. So if you try to do it with the same skill, you can try it on his turn for free.
Yeah. So that's intimidation.
Yeah.
Cool. It's not high, so
You can do it.
No, definitely can't with 3. I'm not intimidating. I am small child. I'm sweet baby boy.
How is the sweet baby boy going to try to get out of here?
So I see it again, and it's like the world, it opens up around him, and it's twisting shut, and I just kind of I feel like if I can just kind of twist my body in the right way and just throw myself through, I want to try and do a swirling through the like the Zora attack in Majora's Mask. I want to make a little acrobatic little spin right through it.
Incredible. Yeah, go ahead and give me the acrobatics check from Trigger. You have bardic inspiration if you'd like to use it, or if you want to wait and see how close you get.
Cool. Okay. I don't think I need it. I have a 25.
Would you like to use a luck point?
I still need it.
A 25 gets you there.
Oh, God. You broke it. You broke the game.
Oh gosh, yeah. So I would just want to try and twist my way through. And as I'm doing it, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean those things."
Oh, to
the I don't know, the other moat. I don't really know what I'm talking.
Because you were swearing at this little rift. I see.
Yeah. No, I'm just going, hold on tight, bud.
You just hold on tight, bud, as you spiral through this portal, following Kachi very, very nearly. Before those two arrive, we are back in the ballroom. This dragon has entered, and in this crack of thunder, boom, shakes the room that you're standing in. I need a wisdom saving throw from Gwyn.
13.
13 is not going to save. That is the lair action. As of now, it is merely you are under like a dizzy condition, so any attacks have disadvantage for the rest of the round. And then Kachi directly after Kachi and Trigger, because the lair action happens between the two of you, but you guys will arrive right after this lair action has gone into place, so you two do get to avoid it for this round. But the two of you do see Doubt here, like part of her like arm begins like an extra like limb had grown out and falls, having shriveled after being redirecting lightning. You see Gwyn
Kachi.
Up on the top here. You see probably Marilyn and a couple kids start to get scared and panicked as they see what happened to Skipshot. There's a dragon in the room with the two of you, and that brings us to Gwyn. Looking around, you've made a dire choice. Doubt is still prepared to kind of face you all. Doubt looks to Trigger and Kachi and fills you in on the situation. Yes, I can redirect these blasts, but they do have to find a target. If we don't adjust them, it will come for one of you.
I will grab my head and I'm gonna say, the dragon already got Skipshot, and then I'll fire a shot at the dragon.
Nice. Yeah, fire a shot at the dragon. It's gonna be a disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I don't know this yet. I'm sorry. +8. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. Even with disadvantage, you manage to get this, you're shooting this icicle streaks through the air, directed right at this dragon.
Yes, and we will make this a favored foe, of course.
Nice.
Does it resist psychic or cold? Or can I just give you one number?
I believe you can just give me one number.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. No, it does resist psychic.
Okay,
I
so
did not realize that.
12 cold damage and 1 psychic damage, and that's
nice. Cool. This cold arrow streaks through it. You can see it's freezing some of the water droplets into this almost like a growth inside of the dragon before it cracks and breaks the ice as it continues to roil and move, still preparing its next attack.
Nice. And I doubt it's a giant dragon, but I'm still gonna run around.
Absolutely. Use that long strider. You're repositioning just in case.
And then I'm running to the next one.
Firing and running these vantage points. That brings us to the dragon. Once again, it begins to sweep, locks eyes with you, Gwyn, as the last person who hit it. And this light glowing in its chest begins to build up towards its throat. Now, the three of you, in this liminal moment as it's building up, Doubt begins to kind of grow another one of these lightning rod limbs, giving you this brief chance, this slow down of time to decide who this is going to reach for.
What's happening?
I'm okay with it. There's an audience, so jury management, I'll get hit. Yeah. these are the people
Wait,
to like.
You say you want to get hit?
Trigger and Kachi, you see this dragon aiming at Gwyn's direction. Doubt kind of looks at the two of you. I can redirect it, but you have to choose who it's going to hit.
Is this like real? Are they actually gonna die?
This is a possible future. This isn't. They're not. They are in no danger at this current moment.
But they could be in the future if we choose who dies.
The shopkeep.
At some point, everyone will be in danger. Kachi calls out the shopkeep. The dragon, this enormous, like, roiling breath weapon, shoots into basically the next closest person. Excuse me. And this sea dwarf who runs the shop next to you, who stole things, is torn asunder in like this explosion that happens. Everyone in the room is like, skip shot, because no one really knew him. Off the top of my head, I can't remember his name.
He's the one who talks like Taika Waititi.
But if he dies, we can have his store.
This is not a time to be advantageous, except that's a very good point.
Oh, no. Oh. This might possibly could happen.
Our best friend. Achis Barley, everyone's favorite NPC.
Achis Barley must die, is what I just wrote in my notes.
R.I.P. Barley.
Achis Barley has met his match, met his fate, as this dragon, the storm begins just like fully tearing into the insides here. The music just begins to pick up, reading the vibe of the room. It brings us back around. Kachi, it's your turn. You see the storm kind of swirling around. The dragon hasn't really seemed to notice the two of you who've entered yet. What is Kachi's instinct?
Freeze in terror.
Like a fainting goat, Kachi the owl.
Dragon's dick. Oh my god. Trigger, what the fuck is this?
I think is actually a really good swear. I've never heard that one before, but I really like it. And also, I have no fucking clue. This is too
I think just saying that this dragon is just like everyone like skip shot. Now that like I said shopkeep and it went over. I think in this moment of pure terror and also just not knowing, 5, 10, 15, 20, I think I'm gonna I'll probably come more towards Stila. Weedy. And I think my armor is just gonna do magic missile. I think that's just I think it's just like
yeah. You look over at Lester and like the runes kind of carved into this armor, just fire this magic missile off. 3 magic missiles fire at this dragon. Go ahead and roll 3d4.
Cool. Hey, okay. 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15.
15, and then I'll just do a +2 for each one of those as like the halfway point basically between your intelligence and Lester's.
Oh, okay.
6.
Or that was so all 3 were 9, but then on my sheet it already gave a +1. Should I do the +2
okay, cool. No,
+1?
+1 works.
Okay.
So I think it might be related to yours. Cool. So okay,
Yeah.
it was just the total. I was trying to.
So it's just the 15.
Nice. I could remember if I had added that or not.
Or did I do 3 each? I did, didn't I? Okay, sorry. Let me redo that one more time because that's +1. So 1, 2, 3. So it's a 5, 4, 9, 3, 12. So it's just 12, not 15.
Okay, cool.
I did my math wrong.
It happens to the best of us. Dragon's bloodied. Just kidding. No, he's not.
I did it.
Kachi, this magic shoots off into the dragon. The dragon's eyes begin to sweep around the room, looking to see who is the audacity to strike it. And that is going to be the lair action. I need wisdom saving throws from all three of you.
Oh man.
19.
18.
Also a 19.
What was yours, Kachi?
13.
That is 3 fails from everyone.
What if I can wait? Knowing it's a fail, can I expend that point now? That bardic inspiration now?
You haven't used it. You can.
I didn't. What is it? A D6?
Yeah, D6.
Let's just see. 24.
That is not going to pass.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That is the lair action for the dragon. That is the fear effect, which means that no one is able to move. You are kind of like just terrified, feet, knees knocking, unable to move. Your movement is 0. That takes us to trigger.
Well, that sucks because that was what I was planning on doing. Dowd, how do we stop this?
We need to find the luck and get out.
Where the fuck's the luck? Where the fuck's the luck?
My connection to this room is not as strong as yours. If you are able to find it, I can assist you in leaving, but I am unable to affect things directly here.
Okay, shut up. You talk too slow. And I'm gonna look around the room, perception check.
Yeah, give me a perception check, looking for this ball of light.
It's a 14. No, it's a 13.
Not hard to... nothing is jumping out to you as being very luck-driven. You don't see it kind of sitting somewhere obvious like it has been.
Come on. Wake up.
That's my turn.
Yes. That is Gwyn.
Okay, I can't move, so that sucks. I hate that. I hate that feeling.
The dizzy effect goes away.
Right.
So you wouldn't have disadvantage now. I just didn't mention that.
Okay, now that I'm standing here, I am thinking of what Doubt said. And what she said was, the one thing is that the dragon always comes, and then she could remember. So the dragon's the consistent thing. I want to know, is there something on the drag? Is the moat like on the end of the tail? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm imagining. Like it's at the end of, it's somewhere related to the dragon. Is there a way I can just observe the dragon?
With the observations that you have just made, Gwyn, you see this dragon glowing, the brightest thing in the room. As you observe it, you see this glowing mote of light seems to be supercharging it. The idea that this breath weapon is coming from this mote of light, like a conductive current from the tail shooting through this dragon and into wherever its target is going. The mote of light is on the dragon.
I will yell, the mote of light is on the dragon, focus on the dragon! And I will just shoot it again.
Excellent, no disadvantage this time.
Terrible. 10.
10 is not going to hit. Would you like to roll again?
Yeah. 21.
That will hit.
Okay, and let me... 2 psychic damage and 14 cold.
Nice. This icicle tearing into your favored foe as it begins once again, kind of like freezes. You're almost like trying to pinpoint it like you did with the duelist's like hood. Like maybe I can just knock this like thing of light out of the dragon, but you can't quite pull it off. At the end of Gwyn's turn, having found the mote of light, empowering the three of you, you now gain a lair action as well. You've had to put many of your friends in danger, but regardless, almost like waking up to the danger around them, you still see kind of Marilyn looking to the body of Skip. His kids look scared and unsure, but they all look to the three of you. If you'd like to call on one of your allies, they will be able to lend you some assistance in this fight for as long as they are standing. Each lair action, you can choose one person to assist you.
Europa, fucking beat some ass.
Hell yeah. Europa like does a like her version of like a rage breaking through the fear of this dragon, gets close, seemingly like grounded in a way that she could probably give some help or leverage to someone else who gets close if they're trying to like get up to the dragon. And she just like grabs a piece of like the window here and just tries to like slash it into the dragon. Unfortunately, she gets a natural 3, but she's here, so anyone who tries to jump onto the dragon next will get an advantage from Europa kind of lending her brute strength to the effort. But unfortunately, that is going to be the dragon. Since Europa missed, they are once again targeting Gwyn. This like these eyes kind of focused in, as you can like almost like they've like clocked the fact that you've seen through their like where their power is kind of like originating from, in the sense these like glowing yellow eyes staring at you. Gwyn, doubt, roots herself into the ground. What is Gwyn doing in this moment? What are her allies doing in this moment?
I'm doing nothing.
Trigger, do you do anything?
Well, I mean, are we just choosing? I don't want to choose anybody.
Bubble.
No.
This
I got a plan.
doubts branches as the captain calls it out. Redirects this lightning. Bubble and Weedy, who had started to like stand back to back to fight, and Bubble, sea dwarves being built for the water. This doesn't bode well.
We gotta talk about your racism towards sea dwarves.
As the only other dwarf in the room goes down, everyone kind of notices it, but no one comments on it. As the dragon begins to roil and refocus the storm within them once again. That brings us to Kachi.
Am I still under the fear condition?
Still rooted in place under the fear condition.
Shit. Okay. In that case, I'll cast Shatter on... Can I focus on the orb?
Oh, like on
Of
like these
luck.
like glowing bit of light in there?
Yeah.
I mean, Shatter's an area of effect as well. So I'd say if you wanted to like do both, I'll give you an Arcana check to like loosen the mote of light or make it easier to break out. And if you fail the Arcana check, you're just doing damage to the dragon.
Cool. Hell yeah. Arcana check would be a 24.
Oh, okay, yeah. You are able to kind of like pinpoint, like your feet are rooted in place, but you're able to sort of like swing this sword. The like symphony, these floating instruments around you begin to harmonize with your arbor forge as you're like, and they hit a note all at once, and like it like ripples through the dragon. The mote of light is easier to take down. I'm gonna lower the DC for ripping it out.
Cool. Rad.
And then you can also roll damage on the dragon as well.
Cool. Can the dragon make a con save?
Yes, thank you.
I'd love to do full damage, but
That is not a good roll. That is 19 though. That's a good, healthy bonus to con. Would you like it to re-roll?
Let me make sure. Attack. I would like to silvery barbs it.
Silvery barbs. I'll roll that with disadvantage. That one is unfortunately higher, but you do have an advantage you can throw to someone.
I'll give it to Europa.
Nice. Yeah, Europa is there, like readjusting her grip on the mirror, ready to fight some more.
Cool. So it'll just take half of this. 8, 15, 19 points of thunder, which I don't think it would do any of because it's a storm dragon.
This dragon does not resist thunder damage. It appears, while a storm, it does feel almost psychic based, like it's a storm that's happening in the mind.
Storm in the mind.
So it does do that damage.
I did my reaction. I did that. I think bonus action. I would like to give another bardic over to Gwyn.
Nice. Yeah, you've thrown an advantage to an ally. You're giving a bardic inspiration to someone else, kind of doling out this like inspiration as you like conducting this orchestra around you in the battlefield. That is the lair action of the dragons. Once again, I need wisdom saving throws from everyone.
16. Oh, I had bardic inspiration.
22.
Don't forget though that the 24 that.
Yeah, that doesn't. That I'm not gonna roll. I'm just gonna fail.
I mean, that is 3 fails.
Yeah.
So everyone.
I'll
I'll roll for Europa, but no, it's a natural 2. That everyone is under the dizzied condition here. So you just have disadvantage on attacks, but your movement comes back. You're able to kind of get your feet underneath you, and Europa is on the battlefield. That brings us. Actually, going to roll for her as well. 12. Okay, follows Gwyn. Trigger, that is you. No longer overcome with the fear of this storm. Gwyn has pointed out this mote of light inside this dragon. What would Trigger like to do?
You're a pirate. You're a pirate. You're a pirate. You can do this. You're a pirate. And I'm going to step of the wind, dash all the way over to Europa to hopefully get a nice little.
I got you, kid.
Like,
Yeah.
can I get a lift?
You bet.
Thanks. And I will try and. I guess I don't even know, like plunge into the dragon. Like I don't really know. Do I have to get on the dragon?
Europa gives you a hand, helps chuck Trigger into the air, aiming for this mote of light. I'm gonna say I'll call the skill this one. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
And while you're rolling that, Kachi, if you want to roll a d4 for me.
Yeah.
19 for acrobatics.
Got a 4.
The 19 in acrobatics. Trigger, you are sailing through the air with the help of your. Did you roll with advantage?
No. Sorry.
Roll with advantage. Europa gave you the help action. That was her checking you.
19 will be the best.
With that, Kachi, you've loosened up this mote of light as good as you possibly could. As close as you got, Trigger, you are not quite close enough.
No!
You are. That was, I'll say, with the lowering from Kachi, the DC was 22.
Am I on top of the dragon? Do I sail over it and just keep going?
You rolled a very good acrobatics check, so you can safely land on the dragon or land on the ground on the opposite side of Europa, wherever you would like to have landed.
I'll be on. I'll grab it by like the spines.
Yeah, you are holding on. I'll say your check was enough. You were close enough that the next one you'll have will be at advantage because you're already in place.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, Trigger is able to get close enough.
I fought Krakens that are bigger than you. Of course, the Krakens probably know me, actually, so I don't know if it counts as much. But you're not even real.
Weedy's over there like, it's pretty comparable to the Kraken.
I choose Weedy for the next person. Oh, wait.
But that is that's incredible.
I'm like right next to Weedy.
Did you hear that? Gwyn, that's on you. You have your movement back if you wanted to continue your ducking and weaving.
Yes, I would like to continue to run forward. 40.
Yeah, you kind of around this corner, moving along this upper reaches of this kind of like lofted area.
But I would kind of like to take a note out of Kachi's book here, and I kind of want, like, when I pull the arcane bow bolt back down, the arrow forms, I kind of would like it to be like shaped like a whale harpoon arrow. And instead of doing damage, give like Trigger something to hold on to near the glowing moat.
Nice, absolutely.
Shadow of Colossus energy is kind of what like.
Go ahead and roll to hit, and if it hits the dragon, I'll say it'll do like Kachi's shatter and lower the DC.
Right. Nice. Oh my garbage. A luck point re-rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Both those were really bad. I'm gonna do that. I got a natural one the second time.
Oh.
No, it's a natural one. It was better before the luck.
Luck. She's a fickle mistress.
Luck is a fickle mistress. You come up with a good plan, but unfortunately do not manage to get through the get into like a position of advantage with the dragon. But following your example, with the assistance from Silvery Barbs, Europa is able to chuck this window shard up into the cloud to give Trigger a platform to stand on, lowering the DC of the check by a D4. At the excuse me. At the end of Europa's turn now, you look at the battlefield. You have several allies here waiting for you. You are able to awaken someone else.
Let's go.
Like coming out of like a nap, Lester kind of stands up, like kind of looking around, like, oh no, this isn't how it's supposed to go. When things are like this, I need to be helping. All right, here we go. And Lester is awakened onto the battlefield. I'm going to roll to see what Lester. Go, Lester. He's going to drop in up here. He's going to ready in action. And we'll remedy that fairly soon. It is the dragon's turn. Gwyn, as you no, you didn't hit. I think Kachi still may have been the last person to hit. So the dragon kind of looks over at Kachi, like this mote of light that's like by you, Trigger. You can see it like sparking and charging, like it's in an uncomfortable place. Like it's reacting because it doesn't like where it is, or it's being used in a way that it doesn't like, as it's charging up this dragon. Kachi, this bolt seems to be coming for you, but almost like with this armor on, gifted by Lester, you just hear like a little whisper kind of coming from like a message cantrip, like, I've got this one. Trust me.
Coming? All right. Yeah.
As kind of this like doubt slows this down, giving like Kachi a chance to like talk, and Doubt's looking at you like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? As this bolt of light comes shooting for Kachi from across the way, Lester throws out this resilient sphere, deflecting this lightning off into the ground, sparing someone for this round, and has now entered initiative. That is the dragon's turn. Their action wasted, which brings us back around to Kachi. Dizzy, so attacks will have disadvantage, but you are free to move however you would like, unlike last time.
Looking over to Lester, just like, thanks, Lester. I'm gonna pay you a kind. Oh my God. Fucking dogs. I'm gonna pay you in kind. And then I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna get in the center of the room, and hoping this works, I'm going to cast Mirror Image. And just say, Trigger, keep doing what you're doing. Everyone, direct the attacks on me. And just like, just like 2 more. Just
a bunch of Kachis come out, like harmonizing with each other. One of you's got like,
no, you go for the high part. Yeah, you harmonize. Yeah, there you go.
One of them's got the lava smelt dagger. The other one's just got like a slingshot he found.
So yeah, I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself. I gave you that. Do I have another bonus action I could do? I don't think so for this. Oh, I do. But that's not really going to do anything because no one's really been. It's been 3 rounds. I don't really think this will work. Could I try to send a bonus action healing? Or wait, can I do that? Because it's 2 spells. If I did a bonus action healing word.
That would count as another spell.
Okay, cool.
The people who've been like taken down, like you don't even see like their bodies here anymore.
Oh, okay. They're just like smoked.
They've like like disappeared basically.
Cool. Okay. You said body at one point for.
I think they were like crying about Skip's body or something, but it was more just them reacting.
Cool.
Like the pieces in this play reacting to what was happening.
Heard. So yeah, I'll just be like, aim for me. Come on, Trigger, you can do it.
Kachi's squaring up against a dragon. That is going to be the lair action from the dragon. I need wisdom saving throws from everyone. And I'll actually say, Trigger, you are not in the eye line of this dragon, so you don't have to make this roll.
Okay.
11.
Different dice. Go. Oh, better. 17.
It's not going to be enough to save. Once again, fear washes over those of you on the dance floor, unable to move under these like glowing amber eyes of this dragon. That is Lester and Trigger. Lester is going to like, I think actually beat your initiative. Oh yeah, because you were at 9. Lester's right after the lair action. He kind of looks back and forth. Steps to the side so he doesn't get like anyone in his spell. I think I remember how to do some of these here. It's been a while. And he puts his hands together and just shoots a lightning bolt at the dragon's tail. And he is also going to channel it into assisting Trigger with prying the mote of light off. So that's 2 people giving Trigger a little bit of assistance here. They managed to lower the DC by 7, which brings us to Trigger's turn. Trigger, with this, with you being on the dragon, you have advantage on a check to pull this out. Once again, as like this mote of light is kind of beckoning to you, the one that you've befriended on your shoulder, giving you, like, encouraging you to, like, no, this thing wants to be freed.
Okay. We'll get it out together. I do have to call what I'm doing.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna try. I'm looking at everything. So I already did acrobatics. I don't think this is a stealth thing. I think probably sleight of hand. Try and see if I can't just do a quick little, because it like almost like go through the cloud of
Nice.
of
Yes.
smoke and
Like just
like
be
that.
faster than the cloud itself. So the
Yeah.
DC for this, with the assistance of Europa and Lester, is 20.
Okay. I thought you said it lowered by 7.
It did.
Wasn't it at 22 before?
It was at 26 before. Kachi rolled
Oh
a
my
4
God.
to take it down to 22. It was at 27,
Gotcha.
and it's been taken down to 20.
Okay. Okay.
Trigger, use the power of friendship.
You keep rolling.
But I have it.
You have
My
advantage.
friends are my power. I have advantage. All right. That is a 22. So yeah, so I have on my hand and I go, show me where to go. And I will use him and plunge both my hands in and try and remove the other one.
Incredible. Trigger. Yeah, you, like, one hand on one of your new friends, the other hand on the other. You stick your hand in. You manage to, like, you are faster than the storm itself, standing on this mirror shard chucked by Europa, lightning coursing around you, thrown by Lester, Dragon entirely distracted by Kachi, the mote of light discovered by Gwyn here. Trigger, as you pull these light orbs, one in each hand, you are suddenly back in the humble domicile of doubt. No longer holding hands with those gathered around you, but you look around the table and you see your friends looking back at you. Kachi, Gwyn, Trigger, you are safely back out of this vision of doubt. These glowing lights cascading all around you. One glowing in each of your hands where you were once holding each other. Trigger, one on each hand as they glow about, and you watch not these larger ones that you have saved, but these smaller ones begin to kind of swirl around. This crystal on Doubt's table once illuminated this entire sort of area here. These little motes of luck began to swirl around, forming into a like jade or a crystalline pendant wrapped on a simple kind of leather necklace on this table, kind of sitting in this stone dish, an altar of sorts.
Is that like religious? Does that look familiar at all?
Give me a religion check.
This just feels very like. That is a. Wait on there. 21.
Nice. It does not seem religious. The religious iconography that you're kind of familiar with, like you had an ally who's been a paladin, this kind of like symbol of like the flame, like a reverent kind of medallion that he had. Even like Marilyn, if like thinking back, she may have had something like nature related that like was held in reverence. When you were disguised as Jody, you knew enough to kind of like mimic that sort of holy item. This feels more arcane, more like it's like a symbol of something. As Doubt kind of reacts to the what's in the dish. It would appear that luck has been reset. Whether that luck is bad or good, it has been channeled here into a token. A token I would say the three of you have earned. Kachi, give me Arcana or an insight check.
Okay. 2 Arcana. It's a little bit better. Feeling Arcana-y after. Maybe not as arcane as I want it to be. 11.
You see like this necklace kind of glowing. It's like it has like a similar energy to like your silvery barbs, like this fact that you're kind of like shifting the tides, changing the outcomes, and like redirecting harmony and chaos in the way that like music can do it. But you don't fully understand kind of why it's necessarily calling out to you. Yes, so I promised you all a token of my appreciation. It would seem my assistants have chosen it for you. Let this be a gift, a small token of luck to bear, to bring with you a piece of my magic. May it help you.
I'll go to pick it up.
Are we going to talk about any of that?
Kachi, you kind of grab the necklace. Kachi, you grab the necklace as Trigger voices his concerns. Your concern is valid, Trigger. I got sort of waves, ripples over what you saw without seeing the clear picture. In some ways, that gives me a benefit. What you saw is not reality. What you saw are possibilities. If we are unlucky, some of those things may come to pass. If you're lucky, the outcomes could be different in that same circumstance. Rest assured, the three of you, nothing in there will follow you for now, other than the memories that it stirred within you. I promised you all a second prize, a chance to use an item I've guarded quite carefully. Kachi, your necklace there, a bit my magic. Every day, when you awake, you can, whoever is wearing it or whoever can see it is able to use it. But once in the morning when you awake, I will have some awareness and I can read a card for you. In doing so, it will define your luck for the day. This is a divination roll. So it's a divination roll stored inside your necklace, rolled at the beginning of a day, and you can store that roll to be used later. Kachi can wear it and kind of keep track of the roll, but anyone is able to use it. It's something that, like, if you're aware of it, like if it's Trigger's turn and Kachi, you wrote it down, you think it'd be helpful, feel free to offer that insight. It is something that the three of you collectively feel between the three of you. Yes, I am in possession of a magical bowl that can provide answers to those who seek them. Asking a single question is typically safe. When you dive too deeply inside, it can be bad. I offer you this warning, but I would also ask you this as a favor. I was once a member of the Grove here in the Cursed Cove. Protecting this, I believe I told you, turned my fellow Dryads against me. Get me the hell out of here. And I can continue assisting you in kind ways. We joked about relationship readings and that sort of thing. I'm happy to offer my insight. I have a way with nature. I have no desire to be in Cursed Cove. I dreamed of worlds beyond, and that's why my grove disliked me. It was their job to protect the Epitaph Bowl. I stole it. So, part of the agreement, you can't let anyone know that I have it.
Part of the agreement, we get to ask a question anytime we want.
Of course.
But we will. Easy.
I do caution you. It can be tempting. It can be addicting to some. The more you ask, the closer you get to death. Hence the name of the epitaph.
I'm gonna walk out of the hut.
My offer stands if things were a bit heavy for any of you and you'd like to come back to ask a question. Whenever you would like to sort of cash in on that favor, it's safe where it is, but I can guide you there easily.
Is it a vision or an answer?
By stepping into a liminal space, someone gives you an answer.
I need to know. Like, it's everything. Okay. Okay. I would like to ask. I don't know if Kachi, do you want to go check on Triggs to make sure he's okay? Or
Do you want to do this alone? I was gonna.
if you want to, I don't want to hide anything from you. I'm active. I don't want to be seen as the shady person of the group. I want you to see. So if this will build trust, I'll do it. But
No. I have a question for Doubt as well, but he can wait till after you. I'll go get Trigger, and then maybe we can switch, and then I'll come back in and you watch Trigger.
all right.
So I'll go out to Trigger.
Nice. Kachi, you go out to Trigger. Gwyn, you kind of stay seated at the table. Yes, this is often how readings are done, one-on-one. Stand with me, Gwyn, and I can take you to the relic.
I go. I can't believe
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
She kind of steps back with you, and like the table that you guys were sitting at, like she like controls the growth, and it just kind of opens up into this like chamber below the room that that you were standing in. Even as like the like walls of this like mushroom-esque castle begin to pull away, like little like bioluminescent fungi illuminating this area. You hear like a drip, 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 the slow like drop of water. And Doubt descends into this dark cavern, kind of bringing some of these motes of light with her to illuminate the area alongside the mushroom. Down in this room, kind of on a like raised like wooden dais, like this stump, like this gnarled stump with the ends of bark kind of grown up like the fingers made of wood. Sitting inside is a fairly simple looking wooden basin. Carved in it is like these dark runes kind of going around this like almost blackened and burned bowl. One spiraling kind of miniaturized like bonsai tree, this like weaving branch kind of holding over top of the water, seemingly from nowhere, slowly dropping little drops of water into the basin. The basin that never seems to overflow, but the water never gets any shorter or higher. So, ask the question that you'd like answered, and then place a finger into the bowl, and you'll be taken to see an answer to your question.
I want to like look over. I want to drop the disguise self, so I'm more Gwyn. Again, I look like myself. And look at my reflection, and I say, does the divination wizard Pollux de la Fey know my location right now? Is he able to see me, or have I eluded him in this cursed cove?
Cool. You voice this question, and as you begin to reach like your finger towards the bowl, Doubt kind of places like this like hand on your shoulder. I will wait a moment to be sure that you get your answer, but I will pull you out so it doesn't so that nothing keeps you. Just reassuring you that I'm here.
No doubt.
Gwen, you kind of place your finger into this bowl, and you, in a moment, the blackness of the chamber that you're standing in is no longer where you are. You see sort of this inky void before you, not unlike the void that you saw, that you were all took a long rest in. What felt like mere moments ago. This water kind of rippled on the ground before you. These portals around you, those are absent. And just this stillness of blackness and water, like a calm sea in the dead of night. But you see a rocky outcropping of sorts, probably 4 feet high, this craggy rock. Silhouetted in the darkness, you see a figure sitting astride it, seemingly casual, kind of leaning forward on a leg, these horns kind of curved up on top of her head as you have stepped into a cool and unforgiving place for the moment. And that's where we'll take a little break for tonight.